first, but it feels like I'm targeted. Mind-boggling how my profit is skyrocketed. Look what I pocketed. Yeah, the shit is just like y'all.
Okay, so this is like kind of my thought process if I could figure out how to use words and communicate and talk on setting this up right now and trying to come up with the way that I want things to look and the lighting to be. And right now, one thing is I feel like I want a CPL filter because the glare that's coming off of this, and then you have spots in the desk that have like a rub damage that just looks fucking gross. Anyways, so just going to cover those spots with some just stuff, pretty much. So those spots are gone. The orange light over here in the corner, it's got an angle, and it's because I don't know how else to really angle it, because if I have it like that, which is kind of decent other than being able to see these scratches and things up at the top, the problem is you can see the glare off the side of my hand, which could mess with skin tone when trying to color grade this. And then whenever I come in with, like, let's say a product, it does look good. My right hand is more of like a natural color, kind of. This side over here, very harshly yellow or orange because of that light. But I mean, this looks really good. So I'm gonna attempt to make this work and see how this looks when color grading. On the monitor though, the monitor looks amazing, and I jumped ahead of myself. So another thing I've been wanting to try is the consistency. Again, man, words are difficult, but what I wanted to try was the white balancing off of the Sony Cat for starting the color grading process. And I like the way that the glow looks right there. So the orange light coming over and hitting the side of this lens, I do like that in this situation. But when it comes to having a comparison of the skin tones, I don't know how it's gonna look when it's color graded. So right now I'm using a Rec 709 conversion LUT in the monitor for the S-Log 3 that I'm shooting on my Sony a7R5. The problem with this monitor though that I haven't been able to work out is the contrast. Holy shit, the contrast. Because in what I'm seeing on the monitor right now, it's more of like a harsher contrast. So my blacks are kind of, I guess you would say, crushed. I don't know if that's correct terminology. They look very dark and harsh. My brights are more bright than they should be, because when I use this same conversion LUT inside of DaVinci, it looks normal, it looks great. But on here, whenever I'm trying to monitor and see how things are going to look, it's kind of a little bit off. And I've gone through the monitor settings, I've gone through the color settings, I've adjusted the contrast. It doesn't change anything, and it kind of sucks. I don't know why I'm still holding this lens here. I could be moving on to testing kind of different things and seeing how they look. But right now, so I have a light set up over here on the right side, and where like this glare is coming from, and you can see it in the mouse here, is I have a light shining, and it's actually angled this way and bouncing off of the wall, and it's angled somewhat upward, so it's also hitting the ceiling. So the light is going this way, bouncing off the wall, coming back, and it's also hitting the ceiling. And then, if that makes sense, it probably doesn't, because nothing I'm saying makes any sense. So let me scoot this out of frame, try to get it to where it doesn't have a shadow coming in. Again, it doesn't matter because I'm playing around, I'm trying to test this stuff. But the glare, I don't care for the glare that's coming in, or not that's coming in, but the glare that I've created. I definitely need to try to run this with a CPL filter and see how much of the glare I can minimize with this overhead. I really do. It's the first time shooting overhead in my new house, and I'm loving the fact that I can have my C-stand set up here and not have any shakiness. So like once everything's set up, once everything's good and steady and settled, it's there. And I can move around, I can jump up and down, and it's not gonna shake anything, and I love that because I'm on a concrete floor and there's no movement. So that's one thing that's gonna be a lot of fun whenever I'm trying to record videos down here, or just set up to shoot something completely random. I mean, so many times I've wanted to set up and I've wanted to record a video that I just did not get to because I would get so annoyed at how much movement and shifting was going on around me, and then not having the space to properly set up the C-stand, or trying to fight and deal with it. And it was just like, it was so annoying, so I wouldn't even mess with it. Just trying to go through some different things, different stuff to focus on, different colors to look at. Like, I'm just trying to do as much as I can, because whenever I go to set up to color grade this, I want to be able to, since this down here is kind of going to be a set thing, I'm eventually going to have it worked out to where I can just, like, if I want to show something, or if I want to do a product review and things like that, like I want to have, I guess, a power grade inside of DaVinci. That way I'm able to use that. Also, another thing that kind of sucks is the focus is based off of depth and which one's closer, which, I mean, it's cool, but it also sucks. I don't know anything about new Pokemon. I always have to Google and be like, hey, is this a good card? And it never is. It's never a good card. Yumbo ice cream. But yeah, so that was fun. Oh, that little focused shift, that little flicker that we just had there. Oh. But yeah, it definitely had more glare than that's actually needed. But I wonder. I know there's ways of me mitigating that, not necessarily with a CPL filter, but maybe changing this light on my right around a little bit and getting it to where it bounces a little more, so that way it's more of like a natural flow of light, and not necessarily something that's like as harsh as it is. And then even kind of lowering it right there is decent. Monitor just died, so damn. All right, well that was fun. Yeah, that was fun. So I'll call that good right there.